Hello and welcome. These are horse racing selections for Sunday, the 27th of April. I am flatcapcallum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. It's not going very, very well this week, is it? I tell you, we're having a nightmare. We've had about three framers, three places and a win. And the win didn't count for anything. So, yes, we need a bit of divine intervention if this week is going to be anything other than pretty poor. So Sunday offering is 11.25 from Southwell. I've got 5 horses, 4 races. So it's a split leg Yankee. That's the play. So I'll do the review, then we'll do the bet, and I'll be on my merry way. We'll try and keep it, short, sweet, sour, spicy. Don't know. I'm not planning that. Tell you. Proper get a sweat on. Right, the review. Not good enough. Close race, but second. Non-runner, and then that looked for all the world like it was going to go top 5, and then got done near the line, and it was 6th. That would have, made the result a little bit more respectable because that would have been about 13 quid back on. But because I think we were 24.50 on 3.48 back. I think lost to 21. I think it was. Started off very positively. That one, 8s, 10-1 was the SP. I thought that looked promising, and then Hill attempt Tom's cracker. I really didn't see that coming. So that got done. Manila Kakuna, I think he got battered about at the back of the race, but clearly was sort of not on top form post Grand National. It's a bit of a shame because some of the other ones of Mullins that ran in the National have actually come out, and Grange Clare West managed to frame in that race. Appreciate it. Was second earlier in the day, so some of the ones did come out nice in the National, but Nella Kakuna looked a bit not at its best. And then I Export, taking these shorties, unbelievable. So yeah, it's one of them ones where there was value from my perspective. And then when I put up short ones like that, I mean they're not short to everyone, but when I put up ones like that and they just don't do anything right, it's just never a good look, is it? So there we go. 8s is the shortest we've got for Sunday. And then in Ireland we almost had a good start because that gave Kipros a reasonable run for its money before fading, and then that managed to get done on the line. We had two done on the line for a place. And then these weren't so good. That was well backed in, but no good. There's definitely some interesting horses in. There was a horse in that race. It was a McConnell horse. I completely forget the name now. It was running in yellow and blue colours. That would be one I will be keeping an eye on. It came from France. It was first run. I think 1.5 miles. I shall be keeping an eye on that one. But we may be revisiting that. So that was it. So I said 24.50 on 3.48 back. Loss of 21.02. Loss of 21.02. 47 down for the week. Outside of the shoddy Cheltenham, that sort of puts us down as particularly bad. I mean, I think it was October last year. We had a couple of weeks of back to back where I was like 60 down. So if we lose all of Sundays, we'll be in that sort of territory. So it does go down as very, very bad by channel standards. Unless we can pull something out of the fire. I mean, I think, going more than sort of 45 is doesn't happen that often. It does happen, a number of times over the course of a year. So if we have another loser, then it will certainly going to be the worst week other than Cheltenham of the whole year. We will see. It's not over. But this is the Southwell offering. Some of it's it was definitely a bit tight from a value point of view. Very, very competitive handicaps here, but I felt they were enough to play with. So we're going the 3.15 Chola Empire 20s. That was these top two very, very tight, and particularly this one. That's sort of the shortest value of the lot. So it wouldn't surprise me if ultimately that drifted. But 3.15 Chola Empire 20s will take 3.45 Southwell Mukair 14s, but. I think that could be drifter. 4.45. I really like this race. It's my sort of race, right? So it's 9 or 10 runners. I think 9 runners. These are the 2 exposed horses in some regard, but they're also the 2 that are race fit. They've been run against each other quite a bit and been coming quite close. And interestingly, I'd have them about Gaiety Musical, about tiny bit ahead of Viennoise, something like that. but actually it's the other way around. So you've got an extra 6 points there. So that there's slightly more value in that one than there is that one. But yeah, they should be finishing the race quite close. And last time they ran at Newcastle in one of the really valuable races, and there was clearly some horses in there to try and get that money. So I think you can put a bit of a dot through that race. And actually, the form before that was quite good, and they look to be competitive. What you've got in the race is 3 3-year-olds and a bunch of 4-year-olds that look really unexposed. So because these ones are way more exposed, they're up in the market. But the other ones all need to show it, and need to show it this season, because these are the only 2 race fit. So yeah, we will try our luck against the grain and against the what I believe to be the bias towards all of the unproven horses. But yeah, either way, I'd be surprised if those finish very far apart. So from each other, with the others, I'm not sure. We'll find out. And then finishing off 6:45, bit of a gap to the last one. I think that should be one word. Blaze on 5. Blaze on fire. You'll find it, right? Blaze on right. It's Alan King, I think. It's run jumps the last couple of times. Hasn't run on the flat for ages, but handicapped really, really well. So, handicapped to be absolutely framing in the race, if not winning the race. So, as long as it's not lost anything from the flat from the going over hurdles, I think it was well worth trying. So that's in at 8s. So although it's the shortest, it's not the one with least value. That's that. So we're going 2.15p each way Yankees. So leg 1 is Chola Empire, Mukher, Gaiety Musical and Blaze on 5. And then the second Yankee, Chola Empire, Mukher, Vienna Soir and Blaze on 5. That's the 2. So different leg 3s. 50p each way singles on the first 4, the double figure prices. And then 65p win single on the bottom one, which makes it 11.25. Sky are better for 2 of those races for extra places. Not necessarily prices, but they're not actually too bad at the moment, night before. So Sky would be the best bookmaker to put this on with right now. Might not be the case in the morning. That is it. That is the bet. That is the only bet. So 47 on... we're down 47, so that might be 58 at the end of Sunday, which would be rubbish, because then that means we've sort of lost half of what we gained the week before, which is not really where you want to be after a nice week, but there you go, it happens. So that's me. I shall be back probably Sunday night. We'll see. Probably Sunday night. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, now we're into territory of there's lots of racing every day, even like Monday. So Monday, I like a bit of Windsor evening races. Not necessarily always the most easiest place to find stuff, but I do like a little bit of Windsor on a Monday night. So we'll see how we get on. I think Mason's got a couple of rides due there. I think he had one ride on, I haven't mentioned in the last couple of days, but I think he had one ride Saturday, one ride Friday. Neither of them performed particularly well. We'll have a look, see what he's got for Monday. All right. I hope you're having a good weekend. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.